welcome back to my channel. I'm That Fat Guy, and today is Tuesday. I'm just here with my loaded coffee man shake that you just saw me make. Just adding that little bit of instant coffee just gives it that extra extra pop that you need to get you through your morning. Now, before I go too far into it today, I just want to give a quick thanks to Lloyd. That interview was fantastic. We did that over the weekend, and it was so great to have a chat to you, and there's so much positive feedback coming through because of it. So thank you, mate. It was great chatting to you. I'll have to do it again. Quick update from me. I went for a couple walks yesterday and got a good amount of steps going at the present moment, and I feel like I'm tracking pretty well for a pretty decent weigh-in this week, but I don't know. We don't know until I step on the scales. Yeah, hopefully it'll be around like a kilo mark, but if it's less, I don't really mind. But I had, I've been doing pretty good with the food as well. Even though there's still like heaps of little Easter eggs and everything around the house left over from Easter, I haven't had any. Like, I legit haven't had one Easter egg, which is good. Well, since Easter, so I had a couple then. you gotta spoil yourself at times. But I do want to talk today a little bit about something that everyone knows is there, but it's not talked about nearly as much as the physical aspect of everything, but mental health. And I honestly feel that depression really goes hand in hand with weight gain. And Lloyd touched on it yesterday. It really rung home for me when he was talking about it, and having that conversation with his wife, the person he cares about the most, in relation to how he's feeling, and that, it really struck a chord with me. And I feel that when you gain weight, when you get larger, and it affects how you can do things during your day, whether it be physical things, just like even walking to the train station, or going and getting clothes, or just the way you feel. It has this profound effect on your mental state. And if I can look back on where I was when I first started, and I'm talking like halfway through last year, leading up until December, I was so depressed. I was struggling really mentally with it, because I've lost weight in the past, but then I gained it all back. So I had that like double shame of like, I look at myself in the mirror and say, how did you allow yourself to get back to this? You lost all of it, and then you put it all back on, and then some. I hated what I was looking at, and it was just such a compounding thing, because like I find myself not fitting into clothes that were fitting me for the last few months, and then suddenly it's like, oh, these pants are getting too tight. Or I burst a couple of buttons on, like the top button on your pants that holds them together. Like, I laugh about it now, but I wasn't laughing at the time. It's such a grounding, and if you feel like so tiny, even though you're so big, you feel like you're just in this, you're just falling, and it's so tough. And like, even though I had nothing but support from my lovely Angela, and my daughter, and my family, and my friends, it really came down to me and making that change, and deciding that this is not where I want to be. And it's hard to go on that weight loss journey when you have no motivation to do anything. During my days in that tail end of the year, it'd be hard to find motivation to get out of bed and go to work. And it was spilling into my workplace, and I have a very supportive boss, and I spoke to him at one point. I was like, I can't handle this, and it was really, really getting to me. I don't like I don't love talking about this, especially to all of you, because I try to keep my videos positive because this is a positive journey for myself. But you guys, I want you to see that I've been through it as well. Lloyd's been through it. Jared's been through it. Everyone goes through it, and you get differing levels of, you know, your mental anguish, I guess you can call it. And it's really important that you address these, not just your physical being, it's your mental being. And how you do that, you can speak to your friends, your family members, and tell them, be honest with them. Tell them that I'm struggling. It's not working for me. And you'll be absolutely amazed on how people react to this and how supportive they can be. If you can't find the support you want there, speak to a counseling service, or speak to your doctor, your GP, and get them to point you in the right direction, because there's so much help out there. And when so many people like struggle through life through, you know, depressions and anxiety and all sorts of things, and there's so many cases of suicide, especially in males, it pains me that people don't ask for help when they really need it. And I guess for men as well, it can be a little bit harder, because we're meant to be the men, we're meant to be the warriors. And as much as we like to think that we're living in a progressive world where gender roles and gender stereotypes are no longer, we've broken through all those barriers, it's still very much the case for a lot of people and a lot of cultures and a lot of like, you know, social groups that you're in. It's don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. That's all I really want to say. Don't be afraid. And if you don't have anyone to talk to and you want to talk to someone who's been through it, message me. I'm on Instagram. You can message me, and I'm happy to bend an ear. I'm happy to have a chat. You know, even if you just want to unload or vent, just, yeah, you're welcome to message me. Like, my journey doing this, I'm starting to feel better and feel happier. Every morning I wake up and I feel a little bit better about myself when I look in the mirror. And even though that might seem to be like so, I can't think of the word, superficial, I guess, you know, oh, you're getting thinner, so you must be happier. It's not quite that simple. The fact that I'm doing something to make a healthy change in my life is what is driving the change in mentality. And through all of you guys, all the people that I have supporting me on my channel, messaging me on Facebook, messaging me on Instagram, you guys are the difference that has made me want to continue going. And I honestly can't thank you enough. And for that, I want to keep going. I want to keep giving more people inspiration to start their journey themselves. But yeah, look, I am sorry that this is a somewhat like low video, like in terms of energy and whatnot. But I feel like after seeing Lloyd's video, like well, Lloyd's video, I'm the one that made it. Like, seeing Lloyd's answers and like really watching and listening to what he's saying and the inflection in his voice, I feel like this video needed to get done. And I promise you, tomorrow's Weigh-In Wednesday, it's all going to be positive again. I'm going to run through some comments that I got. But yeah, if you're struggling mentally, please chat to someone that can help you. Speak to your friends and family. You'll be amazed on how supportive people can be if you just ask. Never be too proud to ask for help. But if you can't do that, you can ask me, that fat guy. I'm happy to help you. All right. So look, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to keep it. I'm sure I've been talking for a little while now, but I appreciate your time. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see me continue on this journey. But I love you guys, all of you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. All right? I'll see you all tomorrow for Weigh-In Wednesday. Stay tuned, guys.